Hello everybody, happy Friday. Hope you can see me and hear me. Let me know in the chat, as always, if you can. I'm going to assume you can because I've got green buttons everywhere and I rebooted things earlier, so it should be fine. Welcome to this fantastic weekend. I don't know. Oh dear. I've got a bit of a cough this week. I've just been to a fireworks display, so I've pre-gamed the live stream tonight. So our local scouts put on a bonfire and firework display, so I'm just rushing back from that. So hopefully everything's okay, a little bit discombobulated, but we're not kicking the night off with this because I had a couple at the fireworks display. But we're having a Mad Squirrel Big C IPA. Purely medicinal for my throat, you understand. Shall we turn on all the lights? There's an idea. How about that? Is that better? We've got a new person joining us. Those of us who are in Discord will know that a certain Mr. Haig has changed his name and challenged us to see if we could figure out who it is. I wonder who it could be. Could it be the new name we've never seen before, pretending very hard to be new? I think it might be. Who is Brian? I don't know. I like this one. He's not the Messiah, that's for sure. Yes, definitely not. Hello, Brian. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Dave. Nice to see you, Mum. Hello, Aquarium Mum. How are you? This is very weird. I'm a 47-year-old man, and my mum comes and checks up on me on my live streams. Or should I say Aquarium Mum? You should. I think that's the moniker you've earned yourself now. Hans is in. Hi from Sweden. Hi from Sheffield. Stuart is here. Tommy's in. Nice to see you, Tommy. Zenny G. AV good. Good, that's what I'd like to see. All good. Thank you, Stuart. It sounds like a new line from a film, Bring Your Mum to a Fist Fight. I mean, there can't be many fully grown adult men whose mum comes along to their live stream to support them. But not everyone's got a mum as good as mine. Stevie P, he's in the house. Nice to see you, Stevie P. And there's Lee. All the names aren't going to rhyme tonight, but we'll see how long we can keep this going. Scott spoiled it. Scott Haddle doesn't rhyme with Stevie P or Lee. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. Quite right. Still exclusively drinking Deep Elm IPA. You must have got a good deal on that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to send you some. Well, yeah, feel free. Lisa's here, as is Andrew. Nice to see you, Andrew. Bit of admin, as you can see. There's all the things that are going on. If you want to join in the chat off stream, Discord server, go and share pictures, tell jokes, annoy Brian, whatever you want to do. If you want to send some money my way as a practice to next month's live stream charity giveaway bonanza, we're tracking them here, so just to see if they work. So supers, tips and members, the more money you give, the more minutes you get of me. I don't know whether that's an incentive or a distraction, so we'll see. But we'll try that out. And we're going to have a couple of quizzes tonight. We'll have the main quiz around about 9:30, and the Eliminator sometime after that. There may or may not be a theme. Ooh. Yeah. There may or may not be a theme. Apparently events have happened in the world this week. Don't know. I've been a bit under the weather. I've missed it. A 7% 70 IBU. Piney I don't like Piney, I don't think. Is Piney? I need to consult the spreadsheet. This is Tommy's giving me his description of his favourite drink. Piney, refreshing, not overdone, delicate for an IPA. I think I like strong and chewy. Seems to be the main thing that I'm going for these days. Oh dear. Bite looking smashed. Thank you. I do like my bite looking to get smashed. If you can't find that one, there's a like button near it. Smash that. If there's anything you can click in the general area, vicinity around here, give it a click. That's what we want. It's nearly Christmas and he's buttering up his mum for the stuff he's circling in the catalogue. Yeah, them were the days. I was an only child as well, so it was great. That's why Christmas is my favourite time of the year. Christmas sucks these days. I don't get nearly as many toys as I used to get. Pardon me. Flattery gets you points. That's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, you might get to see Mummy Aquarium. What are we calling you? Mum. Let's go with that. You might get to see Mum next week, depending on what time they arrive, because they're visiting us on a flying visit on the way to their hollybobs, and we get to look after their dug. Hello, Mummy Adventure. I wasn't paying much attention to this week. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to just chastise a whole nation of people, but what the hell are you thinking? Let's just leave it at that. Good morning from Alice Springs, Australia. Right, I think you might be our second Australian, so I'm going to have to bring up... I was going to call it the Map of Doom, but there's no reason to call it the Map of Doom. It's people who watch this channel. Come on, Graham, you can do it. Maps. So we do this thing where we track where watchers are, for live stream viewers, where they're from in the world. If I can remember how to do it. I think we edit list, add a place. What did you say? Alice Springs. Alice Springs, Australia. So if I show you the little face, we can have a look at all the people. So as you can see, we've got a couple in the lower nether regions of Africa. We've got a few in Australia. Still no Chinese people or Kazakhstanis. I'm going to have to take out some advertising and target Kyrgyzstan. I'd love to get someone from Kyrgyzstan. No Russians. Only one tiny little Swedish person. It's not tiny. I don't know why I said it like that. A good few North Americans. Very few South Americans. So, you know, if you're from any of these places and you want to fill a gap, let me know where you're from. We're full for the UK. I think we've got one from every... No, we've not got Mickey from Northern... Was that Mickey? So yeah, we've got a few from each of the home countries. Chef Steve's from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, a third Australian. I don't know if we can handle the excitement. Oh dear. Boom, another Australian. I'm going for the Australian market then. We'll take over as most popular live streamer between the hours of 9 and 11 UK time in Australia. Slanjavar. Cheers. Thank you, whoever that was. Oh, that was... I've set Streamlabs up to send myself messages saying cheers. Tommy's saying, I'm glad the politics stuff is over. My Rumble channel will finally be off politics now. I'm excited to talk conspiracies again. Well, maybe there's some conspiracies there. Struth, Stone the Flaming Crows, and Aussie. I should have said that in an accent, I guess. It's 6:38 AM and 29.8 degrees. Wow. So maybe that's why I'm not very popular in Australia, because who wants to be up? Is it tomorrow already in Australia? Let me think this through. Yeah, so 6:38 AM on Saturday. So I don't blame you for watching. Maybe come for one of my extra long live streams. We'll try that out. Graham got me right off. You weren't. It wasn't the hardest, to be fair. Zoom in on Brian and give him 2 pins. Have we even got Brian? I don't think we've got anybody. Is that you, Brian? Or was that you? Or was that you? One of these ones. And JT, nice to see you, Jack. We're just adding a few more people. I think we've already got you, Jack, from the Netherlands. So, what exciting news have we got for you today? None. Saturday morning, I thought it might be. It's it's 8 a.m. I suppose Australia's quite big. You've got your own a few double time zones. Today, I don't know whether it's something that should be celebrated or maybe give myself a knock on the head. Today is my 25th anniversary of working for the same company. Now, to be fair, it hasn't always been. It's my 25th anniversary of continuous service, but my company has been bought and sold over the years to be beside the one that I'm in now. 25 years, that's quite a milestone. I think my wife got one for 20 years and they gave her like this big crystal plaque with serving dishes and mug things and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I got for my 25th anniversary from my multinational global employer? Let's see if we can have some guesses. You could tell by my face I wasn't like, wow, they sent me what? Guess what? No prizes. What did I get for my 25th year? And what made it even funnier was it was did they give you a prize for your undying loyalty? Surprisingly, no. Scott's got it and won. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's not true. I got an automated email with some fireworks in the background saying, "Congratulations! What an achievement!" And the way it was spaced out. So the first funny thing was, it was to me and including my line manager, who they made redundant last week. So the only person that saw it was me. We would like to share your line manager's enthusiasm and want to thank you for your service and remind you how important and valued you are at company I work for. But the way it was phrased, it was like there was a missing line, and it clearly looked like it used to say somebody had typed in there for a joke, "Until we decide you're not valued and we will immediately terminate you." And then somebody thought, no, we better delete that. No, get rid of that. Don't send them that. But I was like, 25 years, whoa, what an achievement. And then thought, no. So there's my first question for the day. Is that something to be proud of, or is it something that shows a lack of ambition? I have had many jobs for these companies. So I have technically progressed through the ranks and reached a level. But it's got to the point now where the job is too cushy to leave. So as much as it sucks and has horrible parts of it, I have a 40-second commute from upstairs to here. I have seniority to say, "Graham, we really need you in this meeting," and go, "Back off." That's fine. Nobody says anything to me. If I say, "I'm finishing at 3 today," nobody argues. I don't have to ask permission for things. In fact, a couple of years ago, hopefully none of them are watching, but a couple of years ago, I went on holiday to the Netherlands for 10 days and forgot to book it off, and nobody cared. Nobody noticed, which was even more worrying. I was getting a lot of emails, and I was replying to them every now and again, going, "Yeah, I'll do that next week," or "Yeah, phone me in a week." Not even a peep. But anyway, so it's really cool. I can, if I want to go and pick the kids up, I can go and pick the kids up. If I want to go and walk the dog, I can go and walk the dog. Yeah, so all that, it's all soft benefits, great. But the thing that put the nail in the coffin, I think, for my ambitions at least, was, so I've got my 25 years email, not even a letter. You'd think a letter would be nice. If I was that way inclined, I could put it in a frame and say, "Oh, I'm dead proud." But an email. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have to print it out myself. Fucking email. But accompanied by this, or a day or so earlier before that, they deferred their pay rises last year and said, "Oh, the company's really struggling. Why is that my fault? So we can't give you all pay rises. We're going to defer them till October." We got to October. Sorry, no, cancelled. Can't afford it. We're going to push it again till January. So that's fine. And the way they work, the pay rises in their place, they're all performance based. So you have to come up with a list of things with you and your manager and the company values and goals and all that kind of thing. And then you can get a grade. And whatever grade you get determines what pay rise you get. So I smashed all mine because they're not hard. So I got the top grade, so I was going to get the 100% pay rise. And then the letter comes out saying, so because of our, I need to find the wording. I should probably delete all this and not say any of it, but it's pissed me off. But it said something along the lines of, the email started with, because of our commitment to fairness. And any time an email starts with our commitment to fairness, you have to think, is it going to be fairness, or is it going to be the complete opposite? So, and we have noticed some employees have non-standard benefits. So I'm like, right, I'm going to stop reading right there because I don't have non-standard benefits. They're the benefits I've had for 25 years now. I'll open this to see what we've decided are your non-standard benefits. So there's a list of the benefits that I currently have. They say, well, these aren't standard anymore. Well, they are to me, but anyway. So my choices are, I can give up my benefits and take my 100% of my pay rise, or I can give up my pay rise and keep my benefits. Want to kill someone. So I have been, it's just so hard to get over that cusp of how annoying does it need to be before all the soft benefits of being able to do what I want to do. Because if I join a new company, I'll still join at a fairly senior role, but I'll be the new guy. I can't just say I'm going for a lie down on a Wednesday afternoon, which I can and do occasionally at the moment. I'll always be the new guy. I'll have to learn new things, even though I know a lot of things. I'll have to learn the way the company works. I'll have to learn what the customers do. I'll have to learn particular systems and skills and all that. So I'll be the new guy. And God, it'll be rubbish. So I have to weigh up all these things against each other. I'm just like, want to punch something or someone. So that's been my week this week, and I've been bloody ill just for a change again. Fun times. The longest I've ever worked anywhere, says Tommy, was 2.5 years. Don't like sense. Well, they say that's the way to do it. I did seek out new employment in other places, but they always made me an offer far too big to refuse to stay, or a promotion, or something that made me thought, well, only 2 or 3 times that this has happened. But if my life advice for anyone would be, if it takes you leaving for someone to offer you something to stay, go anyway. Although in my case, I think I chose wisely, because the companies that I would have left for had severe troubles later. But still, I think it's better to move often and be used to chopping and changing than getting stuck in a rut and feeling like you can't move because you're too comfortable where you are. I've still got 20 odd years before I can retire. It's not like I just need to last 5 more years. I really need to win the lottery. That's what I need to do. So it's been a bit of a crappy week work-wise. But it's one of those things. Aquarium Delirium, please refrain from using foul language. Who's done that? What have you said, Mal? Sorry, I keep forgetting that these bots are a bit more of sticklers. I've only made it past a year in a job. Maybe that's the way to go, though. You got stickers, not from my work. No, I got nothing, just nothing. Yep, Mum got it right. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, an email. I got more than working half a year at a pet shop. I know. Before we got sold into this company, my old company, I mean, it's stupid, and I was embarrassed.
Points make prizes.
I was stupid, and I was embarrassed by it at the time. But they gave me, I got awards and put in newsletters for like stuff that was just my job. I remember one particularly embarrassing one where I won a movers and shakers award at our annual company thing, and I was a bit like, "Ooh, I'm a mover and a shaker, am I?" I'd never done that before. But as much as I thought they were stupid and embarrassing, they did give you a sense of, oh, I've done something right. Where this is like, oh, you've not left yet. Here's an email to acknowledge you've not left yet. Brilliant. What do you do in your job? I don't want to be. Maybe I do want to be. I do IT stuff, I guess. I'm somewhere between a solutions architect, a technical account manager, and a technical delivery manager. Somewhere in that world. You could go full time on YouTube. I wish. Unless all of you come here every week and donate half your own earnings to something like this, I am a long way from being able to afford going full time on YouTube. Although YouTube is my retirement plan, for want of anything else. It will top up my pension when we get there. Hopefully, that's what we want. Working from home is so nice. It is. I love it. I don't know how I would feel going back to an office, but I've worked from home even long before COVID and all those things. I always worked from home, so I've been used to it for years and years and years. But it does suit me anyway, and I'm much more productive than a lot of other people I knew who were in when they went into the office. So that people don't work as hard. Some people are just crap. It doesn't matter where they are. Thank you for being an at-will employee attached as your non-complete renewal. I'm a ghost worker, a little bit. If you're married, you still get a boss. You're not wrong there. I've met Graham. He is that unforgettable. Do you mean forgettable? A 100% pay rise? Well, no, that would be nice. Yeah. I would eat a lot of shit for a 100% pay rise. No, 100% of my pay rise. So my vanishingly small pay rise, and now to get 100% of it, I have to give up a good number of my bonuses. Not bonuses. What's the word? Benefits. So it's things like a 9 times death in service benefit. So if I die while I'm at work or before I retire, my wife and kids get 9 times my salary. If I am incapacitated, I get 75% of my salary until I die or come back to work. So all these sort of things that are like, oh no, we're not giving you that anymore. Which is like, Rrr. So I can buy all these benefits, but not with the pay rise that they're going to give me. So it's just a bit of a kick in the shins. Slanjava. Cheers. Jim's Fish got some nice diamond tetras tonight. Very good. I remember the soft benefit. See, they're the ones that I really care about. That they can't really take them away from me either, because when I'm going to nap, no power on earth is going to stop me. And that's worth a lot. I mean, I don't do this, but the ability to roll out of bed at 8:58 and be at work with a minute to spare for 9 a.m. That's worth something. Right, quiz. You've reminded me about quiz. I shall find and put it into chat. We'll try and get the quiz done in about 6 minutes or so. Wrong button. Come on, Graham. You're better than this. There's the quiz link in the chat. It's the same as it always is. Have a look. We'll do that in a few minutes. This is week 2, just for those of you who might be new here for quizzing for the first time. We have 20 questions. The faster you answer them, the more points you get. On questions 10 and 20, you get to wager your points. So you can double up if you want to, or you can play it safe. It's totally up to you. Both are valid techniques. But the points are tallied for the calendar month. Most points at the end of the month get a win. Questions are multiple choice. Use the same name, Tommy, each Tommy week. The correct answer is what I say it is. It has been known on occasion for a teensy weensy wee mistake to be made. Tough. I'll show you where we're at, but the exciting thing about this is, if you're just joining this and you weren't here last week, our serial quiz winners weren't here last week either, so it's kind of all to play for still. What month are we in? We're in November. So if Juggler or Tash is here, or Liv, whatever we're calling her these days, there's the scores on the doors so far. Tommy's in the lead, sharing it with Only Owls. Zenny McGinger in third place, Stevie P. There's some discrepancies with False Inspector down in 10, so he might actually be up here in 6th or 7th. But you know, there's no Juggler, there's no Tash there. Still time to make a comeback. And then you'll get a decent prize. Like, if Juggler or Tash is watching, or Liv, a pink towel. A bespoke, one-of-a-kind pink towel, which arrived this week. So if you're here, Phil, thank you very much for sending this across. We'll get this out to the winners with some fish food to make up for a couple of months' worth of prizes. Normal towels are available off the website, and I just have to show you the unique selling point of all towels. Oh no, oh no, a hanging loop. So your very own fish towel. They're great stuff. 10-minute warning, right? Thank you. We're on 3-minute warning now for the quiz. We've got 9 people in so far, so remember, get stuck in, everyone. Andrew was the guy wearing the Aquarium Daily t-shirt. Catwalking it to the front of the auction. Right, let's see if we can catch up. There we go, that's the link to the quiz for those of you who want to get stuck in. Someone asked a question about chichlid babies, did they? Well, if we've got an actual fish question, let's see if we can get back up to answer it. No, we can't. Feel free to ask it again, but I've missed it. Sorry. During COVID, I had a one-step commute to work. Yeah, I've had that for years, which has been great. Actual question was how to clear out a fluval UVC when you have a fluval 240. How to clear out a fluval UVC when you have a fluval 240. I'm not sure I understand the question. Do you mean how do you unhook it without causing a flood? Or like what to clean it with? So a Fluval 240 still has the shut off thing, doesn't it? So that should be able to do that. You'll have to, it depends where you put it. If you put it on the intake or the return, there'll be a different answer. So ideally it would go on the return, so after the filter, so it's UVCing already cleaned water, and by that point you should be able to just unclip it once the filter's off and isolated. It shouldn't back siphon from the tank at that point, unless I've misunderstood, sorry. Sometimes correct answers may conflict with reality. That's a nice way to put it, yes. My fish tank aquatics, nice to see you. Oh, we've got a 3D printing question. Right, we're ready for the quiz, but we'll have one 3D printing question. I'm struggling to edit an STL file I bought. I need to remove part of the model, but I'm finding it difficult as it's too big for Tinkercad. What 3D software do you use? Recommend? I use Tinkercad more than anything. I have tried with some other totally legitimate, not hooky versions of other CAD softwares and things, but there was just a bit too much of a learning curve for some of them. There was one which was called... There was one that wasn't too bad, actually, that I wish I'd invested a bit more time in learning. I will have to get back to you. I'll have a think about that one and see if I can get it to you. I wish you could have seen her face at the sight of the pink towel. I'm glad. It finally happened. We'll get it to you. And it's proper pink. It's not like pink, it's pink! So, you too could be one of these people if you win the quiz, which we will now start. Little face. We've got 17 people in. That's the link to join. You can either scan it with your phone or go to the link, crowd.live, and enter the code. Ooh. Sorry, I just licked my microphone for some reason. And we've got 17 people in. Even if you missed the first couple of questions, you've got a chance. There may or may not be some theme questions this week. Let's see how we get on. We're starting now. So I try and have some fish questions, some current affairs questions, some random quiz questions, some easy, some hard. So let's see how you get on. Blender, that is the one, yeah. Question 1. Which of the MCU stars shares a name with President Barack Obama's former head speech writer? Might be some Presidente type questions this week. Is it Bradley Cooper, Michael B. Jordan, Chris Evans, or Jon Favreau? My pearl cichlid laid about 200 eggs. Most hatched. I moved most to their own tank for safety. How long till I need to feed them? And any more advice on raising them? Okay, we'll pick that. We'll come back to that after the quiz. Don't worry, no politics questions. Just, well, I suppose it is if you mention the word president. A bit of a mix on this one. The correct answer is Jon Favreau. Former Obama speechwriter Jon Favreau co-founded the media company Crooked Media after leaving the White House, and he co-hosts the popular podcast Pod Save America, and is a different person to Jon Favreau, who acts and directs films. So that's left us with False Inspector in first place, Mona Lee Skinzarno making a comeback. Changed his names from Still No Stickers because I sent him loads of stickers. Very good. Question 2. This is the flag of which country, the largest in Africa? So you've got 2 clues. You've got the flag and the fact that it's the largest country in Africa. Is it Nigeria, Libya, Algeria, or Ethiopia? What do we think? Aquatic Moose has shown up. If you want to play it, you can still get time. We're only on question 2. I went D because he runs a political podcast, and you were right. Well done, Mandy. More than half people, well, exactly half the people went for Algeria. Because it was Algeria. Well done, everybody. Top 3 remain the same. Come on, Aquarium Mum. You've got some points to get. Question 3. What legendary singer famously loved to eat peanut butter, banana and bacon sandwiches? And at no point claimed peanut butter was a sweet. Is it Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, or Johnny Cash? And sometimes on the toilet, yes, I believe so, juggler. It's always good manners to eat when you're sitting down. Oh, 1 Michael Jackson, 1 Johnny Cash, and 16 correct answers. Because it was, indeed, the King, Elvis Presley. Simply known as the Elvis. That top 3, they're changing places a little bit, but they're not for budging. Well done, Mum. So you got some points there. Question 4. What accepted avian adage appears here? Skull, bird, bird, diamond. Is that kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Lost birds always fly to heaven? Single love bird is a diamond in the rough? Birds of a feather fly together. What do we think? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Of course it is. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Skinning 2 birds requires diamonds. Oh dear. Oh dear. Question number 5. What do you call a specialist aquarium for keeping jellyfish? A swarb, a chrysal, a ginglet, or a flesher? See? Fish questions. Not going to lie, I completely made up 3 of these. If any of you choose any of them, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Well done me. I convinced you that some of them were real words, where actually the only real word was chrysal. Skinzarno takes the top spot. Jack sneaks into the top 3. A-sounded writer. Swarb. I gotcha. Question 6. Beloved Nintendo icon Mario makes his first appearance in 1981's Donkey Kong, where he was initially known as Jumpman, Mr. Fix-It, the Plumber, or Dr. Mustache. Slanjivar. Cheers. Okay. We have an almost even split between Jumpman and the Plumber. I can see why you would go for either of those, and one of them is correct. It's Jumpman. Mario is named for Mario Segale, the landlord on the warehouse where Nintendo were building Donkey Kong, who let them be late on their rent so they could finish the game. Before bestowing that honorific, the character was known as Jumpman. There you go. We're moving around at the top, something special. Question 7. What's the name of this interactive audio game featuring pressable buttons, flickable switches, and spinnable wheels? Is it Bop It, Swin It, Twist It, Hit It? They're all words from the very annoying song the advert came with. Anyone going for Bop It? 84%. And it is indeed. Well, not everyone. 3 people went for Spin It. Those 3 people were Mona Lee. We'll call them out now. Brian and Crash. Brian, this is your opportunity to change your name. I would have let you done that. Question 8. Old orange criminal, failed businessman and sex pest Donald Trump has become the second US president to serve a non-consecutive term. Who is the other one? Is it Benjamin Harrison, Barack Obama, Grover Cleveland, or William McKinley? Who is the only other president to serve a second non-consecutive term? Fairly, quite a spread. Question's too long. Yeah, but when there's a long question, there's short answers, so you should get enough time to read these things. And I felt it was quite important to be factually correct in my question at that, so as I couldn't be sued for libel or slander or whatever one it is. Crap, it's Grover, says Stevie P. Crap, it is Grover. He's the only other president, other than old orange criminal, failed businessman and sex pest Donald Trump, to be the second non-consecutive serving president. Who, I don't know what he's doing with that movement. Wanking off a giant. What's that done? False Inspector, Jack and Tash moving into the top 3. Is he pretending he's in a gay threesome in that gif? Oh, yes. Yes. All politicians are criminals. Well, that's not technically true. I mean, I don't think any of them are particularly fantastic people. But still. Question number 9. Fish from the Chanidae family are more commonly known as loaches, African cichlids, tetras, or snakeheads. What do we think? We think it's snakeheads. Mostly. And it is. Well done, everyone. The Chana family. Tash moves up 1 more point into 2nd place ahead of Texas Tom. Question 10. This is your first opportunity to wager some money. Pick your tactic. They're both good. But just if you don't bet any points and you get the question right, you don't get any points. But then that might be better than losing all the points you bet, so, you know, it's up to you. There's a little bit of a cryptic clue before we go into it, so here you go. This question sounds fishy. Fishy. Which of these is an oviparous fish? Is it discus, guppy, shark, or stingray? Which of these is oviparous? Drum roll. Quick spread. Discus. They're the only egg-laying fish in that selection. That's not quite the literal definition, but they were the only ones called as oviparous. I know some sharks lay in like a mermaid's pocket, but I don't think that counts because they're not fertilised outside of the body. Alright, what are the other leg layers? Stingrays don't lay eggs, sharks don't lay eggs, guppies don't lay eggs. Explain mermaids, but yes, because the oviparous means fertilised outside of the body, where they're fertilised in the body and then laid, aren't they? I'm prepared to be wrong. I don't really know that. But I said the answer was discus, so the answer was discus. Oh dear, we've lost a lot of people there. I'm now going to Google viviparous sharks. Okay, I take all that back. There are some viviparous sharks. Bull sharks, hammerheads. No, that's what I'm saying, viviparous, not oviparous. God, Graham, you're an idiot. Still are. Yeah, there are about 40 to 50 sharks. Okay, yeah, sorry. Wah, wah, wah. But we move on regardless, because we have a rule for this. the other day Jack said Pogo's Tim on Hellfire wasn't a stem plant. This is slightly more acceptable. Okay, we'll take it. Question 11. Let's move on. Quickly moving on. Question 11. Who becomes US President if both the President and Vice President are unable to fulfill their duties? It is a good job these rules exist. It makes it a lot fairer for everyone else. As I often say, part of the game is thinking what I think is right, not knowing what's right. Lebo says speaker, as do 9 other people. Why are you not playing the quiz, Lebo? Because you're right. You'd get points for that. So, False Inspector first, Jack Tank in second, Timbo in third. Some other people got some making up to do after the mild inaccuracies of the other one. Question 12. What was the name of the character played by Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption? Was it red, ash, blue, or jade? And I apologise that all those colours are both there and wrong. I don't know why I didn't put the red with the red one, the blue with the blue one, jade with the green one, the ash with the black one. Hey Blue, can you get me a rock hammer? Hey Jade, can I have a rock hammer? Ash, pass me that rock hammer. Of course it was red. It was indeed. Never saw it, says Adam C. It's always right up the top of best films of all time. It's always in the top few. And it was on the other day. So, I watched it and that made me think of that question. I'm not sure if naming a black character Ash would be cool. I didn't think about that. I have the TV volume up to 27 because it's quite low. Sorry! I will speak up from now on. Adam is the new Rebecca. I think you might be. Shawshank is a great film, and it was on the other night. Right, that has done not all that much. False Inspector still in first, Jack second, Timbo in third, Stevie P just behind in fourth, SJH fifth, Aquarium Mum down in 17th, Mal 16, 15 Texas Tom, Tash back in the top 10, Juggler just back in the top 10. And we move into question 3. No, 3? 3 plus 10. I'm now going to refer to questions in a cryptic way. Question 15 minus 2. What type of fish was Wanda in the film A Fish Called Wanda? Was it a clownfish, a goldfish, an angelfish, or a better fish?
Surprising.
My husband was trying to nap and he and the cat jumped. Sorry. Pardon me. Most of you going for goldfish. The correct answer was, in fact, angelfish. I pushed an angelfish. What's that done to the rankings? Only 3 of you got that one right. One of them was Stevie P, Mona Lee, and Gas Muskie. Well, it doesn't quite work. Which puts Stevie P into the top 3. Question 14. Which of these presidents had the Secret Service codename Rawhide? Rawhide. Was it Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, or George H.W. Bush? I'm sorry, Zen Ginger's husband and cat. Old Western actor, maybe. That is indeed what most of you thought. And you were right to think so. It was indeed Ronald Reagan. Oh, Stephen didn't know that one. Has dropped out of the top 3. Question 15. What orbital telescope captured these astonishing pictures of the further reaches of outer space? Oh, thank God. That picture on my screen, it has the name just up here. Was it Kepler, James Webb, Uhuru, or Hubble? Most people going for Hubble. Most people are wrong. It was the James Webb telescope. First deployed in 2021, it has captured astounding images, the likes of which human beings have never seen. Has it been disabled? Has what been disabled? Oh, the wake up. I don't think so. Or I haven't meant to. I have put something in to stop like a million of them happening at once, so I think there's like a 2-minute gap in between the last one. Stevie P back up to second. Tash and Juggler both scoring on that one, as did Zenny and Scat. And Mum. Well done. Question 16. Which European country was originally called Helvetica? Was it Bulgaria, Norway, Switzerland, or Greece? What do we think? A few people have said it and it hasn't happened. It's still there. What does CD mean? Cost 0 permissions, everyone. It's enabled. So, which country was initially Helvetica? You thought it was Greece or maybe Norway. It was, in fact, Switzerland. So, they were the original font of all knowledge. Ba-dum-tsh. I can do that. Nope, wrong one. Why have buttons when my fat fingers consistently press the wrong ones? So, Jack, Tank, and Wake up! Oh, Graham! Wake up! There we go. Yes, it works. Jack was the only one to get that right, and no, Jack and someone were the only ones to get it right. Morally, well done. Question 17. Which country's national anthem encourages its citizens to stand on guard for thee? Is it Australia, Canada, Ireland, or United Kingdom? They were not attempts at accents, by the way. Oh, what's wrong with Tommy? I got that right and it shows it wrong. Okay, we will have a steward's inquiry after the fact. The Helvetica one. Question 16. So 2 for Australia, 10 for Canada, 1 for Ireland, and 5 for United Kingdom. I'm going to guess the 5 that have gone for the United Kingdom don't live in the United Kingdom. Sorry. Because the correct answer is Canada. Pardon me. Right, question 18. Which major video game console was the first one to include internet connectivity? PlayStation 4, Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo Wii, or Sega Dreamcast? We've had a subscriber. Rexar has subscribed. I wonder if they're watching this. Hello, Rexar. Or Rexar. Oh, I'm not sure how you say it. Which one was the first to have internet connectivity? Oh, bit of a spread. It's between Xbox and Dreamcast. You'll be glad to know it is indeed Dreamcast. SegaNet became the short-lived internet service operated by Sega, designed for dial-up based online gaming on their Dreamcast games console. Jack got that one, Timbo got that one, Tash Juggler and Gasmus got that one, as did Texas Tom and Mal. Penultimate question, everyone. Oh, my wife and daughter have returned home. We may get a visitor. No, they're walking straight past. Penultimate question. Fireworks result from the invention of gunpowder by which country? Otherwise known as, where do fireworks come from? Or where does gunpowder come from? I was going to say that. It's well worth it when the best UK offered at the time was dial-up at 56 kbps. I remember getting a Dreamcast and us all looking at the port going, what's that for? Don't understand. So, which country invented gunpowder? 13 going for China. 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 It is indeed China. Well done, almost everyone. And the final question, which again is another wagering question, so you need to be sure you want to play along. But you know, if you're in the kind of hovering outside the top 10, you may as well go for it and see what happens. Good luck, everyone. This question blows, but it might be music to your ears. What on earth could that mean? It's a musical question. What section of an orchestra does the saxophone belong to? Saxophone. Is it brass, percussion, woodwind, or strings? What section of the orchestra does the saxophone belong to? Did I dumb down the quiz? Maybe. Going by the answers, no. So we've got a fairly even split between woodwind and brass. Let me just say, one of those groups of 9 people is wrong. Because the saxophone is clearly made of brass, but uses a wooden reed, making it part of the woodwind section. So, sorry for all the tables being flipped right now, but it's part of the woodwind section. So what has that done? Who are our winners? In third place, Timbo with 2,496. Then in second place, Jack with 2,612. And our winner today, False Inspector with 2,940. Well, so what we've got there is False Inspector, Jack Tank, Stevie P, Shadow making up the top 5. Aquarium Mum was in 17th with 0 points. Same amount of points as Texas Tom. Tash made it up to 6th. Juggler 7th, was that? So, let's do a little bit of admin. Tommy's favourite part of the evening. Week 2. We need to go to the summary. No, we don't. We need to go to the activity. No, we don't. We need to go to the rankings. That's it. Export player rankings. Well, first off, actually, we'll look at it was question 17, 16 Tommy was asking about. Was it the Helvetica one? Texas Tom, which European country was called Helvetica? You guessed Norway, and you got it wrong. Because it wasn't Norway, it was Switzerland. So, appeal ruled on, judged no. I'll just show you that. If you can see that, question 16. Where was it? There you go, Texas Tom. Which European country was called Helvetica? You chose Norway. So, nil point. Right, okay, so we've exported a thing. We need to open that up. Delete that. Bosh, dash. Copy that. Minimize that. Put that there. That means in November, Stevie P has taken the lead with 4,762 points ahead of False Inspector, although there may be some more points to add on after the fact. Timbo third, Texas Tom fourth, June is in fifth with 2,616, Jack sixth, Senny, Shadow, Elaine and Lul making up the top 10. No juggler, no Tash at this stage of the game. How many weeks are there in November? Oh, I just broke my computer. Come on. November is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week month, so there's still plenty of time. Still plenty of time. Alright, save that. Right, so I made the top 10. Well done me. Yes, well done you. Some of the answers are so obvious and some are so what the flip, so I never know which one to go with, my first or second, and whatever one I pick is always wrong. It's kind of by design. I like to keep you guessing. So what we've got is another quiz later on called the Eliminator, which is 10 questions progressively getting harder. This week I think it's entirely winnable, so I don't think any of the questions are too hard. But I need another medicinal refreshment. Back in a second. What else did we want to talk about? I mentioned that we're not doing a calendar this year. For those of you who weren't here last week, we made the decision we don't have enough submissions to do a calendar this year, or enough time now. So we're going to do a series of live streams in December asking to raise money, which is what this is all about. So this is just to get you used to it. You don't have to do things now, but we're going to try and raise some money here using super chats, tips and memberships. So anything that we raise in the month of December during the live streams, we'll keep a tally from up here of what we get, and then that'll go towards the charity. We haven't decided what the charity is yet either, so what I was going to do was make a channel in the Discord server, which is up here. Pardon me. I do have a mute button, I didn't use it. So what we're going to do is, the main thing here is the more money you give in those streams, the more minutes we add on to the end of the stream. But we'll also have incentives to get you to add on more money, which then might make the streams go a bit longer and a bit funny. We never know. But the incentives might be things like you can purchase things. So it might be buy me a beer and I have to drink a beer. Oh, that'd be horrible for me. What a shame. It could be, I don't know what it could be. That's the thing that I need help with. Now, some suggestions last week were like, shave your beard off, get a tattoo. No. Less life-changing things. Or maybe we will. We'll include a tattoo, but you have to donate £1,000 worth or something. So we'll set these targets. It doesn't have to be from one person. But yeah, I don't really want to get a tattoo. I don't really want to shave my beard off. But we'll set some appropriate levels. That if we raise X amount of pounds, I'll do this forfeit. So I was saying things like, I'll wear a King of DIY t-shirt, or I don't know, get in Mega Tank and clean
Wake
it.
up! Graham, wake up!
I'll drink enough beer to make me fall asleep, and then you can all shout "wake up" at me. That kind of thing. Because as we know, left unchecked with a healthy stocked beer fridge, things can happen. So what I'm looking for, I haven't set it up yet, but I will do. So join the Discord if you're into that kind of thing. It's over there. Don't know why I'm pointing there. And we'll get some ideas of some goals that we can set. So different levels of things to raise, and then we'll send it to a charity. So in the past I've done things like Dr. Awesome's Amazon Research Centre, we've done the Freshwater Life Project, we've done autism, we've done St Martin's House, so all kinds of things. So we're going to have a bit of think of that. Pay £10 to disable the wait time between vocal. Yeah, so that might be one of the things. Right, well, far behind. Let me see if we can catch up. Any bingo, says June. I have a gentleman's agreement with Andrew that I'm not allowed to do bingo. But we could do that in the month of December. All gentlemen's agreements are out the window. He scuttled. What does that mean? Someone clip that. But what? By the beers. Is that a scuttle? Feed the discus, they want food. I don't think they do. Normally here when they want food. And they've been fed. We're fine. The discus all want food, yeah. Tell me about it. The little discus are coming on great. I'm doing really well with them. The Joseph Thomas Foundation supplies needy children with home health services such as beds and equipment to keep them comfortable during troubling times at home. That kind of thing. You can make suggestions. Obviously we can't take all of them, so we might do some polls for both the charities and forfeits to see what we can do. But yeah, by all means we'll get our suggestions in there. I can see the live stream being full of that, yes. I'm leaving. Bye all. Bye all. Thank you, Lebo, for being here. Thank you, M. Lebo. Sorry. How rude. Which is the best way for not getting cuts taken from the donations? The tips. So if you look in the description, there'll be send me a tip. Then we get all of that. So all of that can go to the charity. Super chats and memberships, I get between 50 and 70%, depending on what it comes in on. So there should be a message coming up every now and again saying, "Oh, you can tip using this link," or it's down in the the description. But they all count. They were there and then following you to the fridge. I can see why they your favourite. I do like me discus. Oh. Anyone who has a Volkswagen, that's probably nothing to you. But I don't think I've really got OCD, but I have a severe form of mental torture in that my radio and I have a Golf. The radio in my Golf has like an on symbol on it, and when you turn the volume up or down, the symbol doesn't stay straight. The symbol goes with where you turn it. And, makes my skin crawl when it's not straight up. So I've bought specific black stickers to stick over my on-off button, so as I never feel that pain again. So that just happened to be up there. But yes, we'll give the discus a wee feed. I think there's a couple of them that are asleep at the back that'll be like, "Oh, what? We've missed out on a feed. What's going on?" After this week's election, will the donations be sent to the USA Disaster Relief Fund? You could do a quiz on Scottish slang. I didn't ken. Yes, we could. We could do, and that's something we might do. We might offer. So I'm looking at ways to make money. So we might offer special quizzes during the live streams, so you can sponsor the quiz. So this quiz is sponsored by, I don't know, Silver Creek Aquatics or whoever. We'll do special quizzes or sponsored questions or sponsored bingo like Andrew does with the bingo. Because it's the one time of the year I get to shill, unreserved shilling, to get more and more money in, because we're going to give it all away to charity. So there we go. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something. I can't remember what it was. If you don't vote, you can't complain. Well, that's it. I didn't vote in the American election. I'm still complaining about it. No, but that is one of the things I do subscribe by. You have to have a vote to make your complaint legitimate. It's not about taking sides. So I just saw something pop up there. Yeah, just because I won't pick a side doesn't mean I have no voice. But it's not necessarily picking a side, but in politics, the vote is literally your voice. So you can still go and do some campaigning or make your point as loud as you want, but to then not vote at the same time, it doesn't really sit right with me. But anyway, let's not talk about politics and ruin a potentially fine and lovely Friday night. And we'll talk about what's more important. I was going to do that all slick and everything there, and it didn't work. More important, the Eliminator! The Eliminator! Okay, we will talk about politics. It is picking sides to an anarchist. But if you want to change something, you can't be an anarchist. If you want to make a point, you can't not be in the system that you're trying to change. You have to be in the system to change the system. So we're sending people to sleep now. Sorry. There's different levels to look at it in my book, and you can all complain that I'm not right and your way is better than my way, but I'm the one with the microphone, so I'm going to say the things I want to say, and I will happily debate these things to kingdom come. But in a 2-horse race, for want of a better term, if one of your horses is evil and one of your horses is terrible, go with the terrible one. That doesn't mean they're both crap, so I'm not going to vote for any of them. I'm just going to loudly complain about it. Stand yourself. Get into local politics. If you're that upset about it, do something about it. Whining about it isn't going to do anything. You can't. I don't get the apathy side of things. Like, can't be bothered. It's for other people to worry about that kind of stuff. That's a fine way to think about it if that's how you feel, but you can't do that. Not bothered. If you're not going to do anything about it, you can't then go, rubbish. I don't know what I mean. I love politics. It cures my insomnia. It can do that. I don't want government, that's why. Well, go and live somewhere that doesn't have a government. And I'm sure you're not this type of person, but you know those people that say, you see all these clips of them in TikTok and stuff where they've got the bumper stickers and stuff saying, oh no, I'm not part of your system, I don't recognise your laws, I don't do this, that and the other. If you're there, you do. You can't whine about, and I'm not saying you're whining, I'm not picking on Tommy here, but there is a certain set of people who, you can't whine about not liking a system if you're going to do absolutely nothing to change it. And having a podcast isn't going to change it. Getting involved in the system and changing it from within is the only way to do it and to break it. Yeah, it's just this. It's hard. I'm on the internet, I'm most certainly in the system. Well, yeah, that's it. You can be in the system and really upset about how the system's treating you, or you can be in the system and not really care how the system's treating you. There's like a fundamental human level of right and wrong. If you're doing most things right, nobody's really going to bother you about something you're doing wrong. If you are breaking the laws of the land, get out of the land. If you can't abide by the laws of the land just because they exist as laws, bugger off, go somewhere else. You can't find somewhere to go, well, maybe you're the problem. And again, not picking on one person, but the people who say, I don't want a government, I'm just not happy with the government. Tough. Everywhere has a government. You have to find the one that's least objectionable to you. And if that's not good enough, find the one that's least objectionable and then make it the way you want it. And if you can't, nobody else wants that, and you're in the wrong. It's as simple as that. I don't break the law. It's not. Yeah, I know it's not about that. And again, I'm not trying to single you out. There are plenty of people that are happy to live somewhere and just fly under the radar. They still live in a country that has laws and has rules, and they're happy to fly under the radar enough where the laws and the rules don't bother them. And if they can't because they bother them that much, then they have to do something about it. They have to either leave or change it. There's not, no, I'm just going to be upset about it forever. You have to do something about it if you can't handle it. But anyway, we are digressing into a whole snake's nest full of problems here. And what we really want to do is to have the Eliminator. Let me find the link for y'all. Copy the link, there we go. There you go, that's the link to the quiz. Slanjivar. Cheers. Slanjivar. I mean, I don't worship any political... I don't think anybody worships any political figureheads. We just put up with the least objectionable one. And for me, that's what it's all about. In this country, when we've had 10, 12 years of Tory rule, and I've just changed over to Labour rule, not that much has changed for me since they've swapped over. I didn't particularly like the Conservative government, but there was good people in that government doing good things and bad people in that government doing bad things. Change over to the Labour government, I largely support more of the things they do, but there's good people in this government and bad people in this government. There will always be bad people in governments. There's a strange thing, if you want to be in the political elite, that's a strange thing to want to be in my book. But regardless of who's doing it, unless they're doing something that's truly evil and unfair, I'm kind of going to go, meh. But if I didn't want to be part of the system at all, and it affected me that much that it was affecting me, I'd do something else about it. I'd be like, I'm off, see ya, not interested. Pardon me. Oh, we've had a thing. Only Oscars has become a member. Thank you very much, June. Robert Warburton is really scored with Robert De Niro movement. Yes, I've heard that there's a load of celebs and stuff heading over to Britain because they don't want to live in the US anymore. that one made me laugh. Robert Warburton, yeah, because Sam Jackson used to do all the adverts for them. And I would love to have a political debate about these things, but nobody really cares. And I don't like Donald Trump. Didn't like Donald Trump as a celebrity. Didn't like him as a businessman. Didn't like him as a human. So I don't like him as a president. I'm sure he will do some things that are good. Nobody can be that evil all the time, or that stupid. I just think he's a freaking moron. I can't believe people voted for such a detestable person. It's just I just cannot. If that, yeah, someone who's done the things he has done, he's not good at anything. He inherited a load of money. If he'd just left it at that, he'd have more money than he has now. So he's not a good businessman. He's had multiple bankruptcies, multiple failed businesses, multiple crimes, horrible things that he's done, stupid things that he's said that don't make sense, and yet everybody votes for him. I can see why, in some cases, because at least he was saying, I'm going to do good things for America, whereas the rest of them are just saying, but look at Donald Trump, he's awful, he's evil, he's terrible. They weren't saying what they were going to do to make America great again, so that is a nice thing to want to do, make your country great again, so yeah, get behind them if you want. But what a dick. Question. So far this evening they have been trying to choose a name for a puppy. It has to be something related to Top Gun somehow. So there's the obvious Mavericks, Goosies, Icemans. What about one of the famous songs? Oh no, I'd have to think about that one. A dog named Goose, that would be funny. That would be funny. I had a friend who had a dog called Deefer and a cat called Seafer. And that used to make everybody laugh when I'd tell them that story. D for dog, C for cat. I also had another friend who had a dog called Dog. That was a strange. You'd hear his dad out the back door shouting every night, going, "Dog! Dog! Dog! Come, dog!" And you're like, what dog? Any dog? Or your dog? Goose has been discussed and discounted, as has Jester, because they don't trust me in the future to hold my tongue when the inevitable happens. Oh dear. That's the one. So, super chaps or tips directly to the creator at streamlabs.com/aquarium adventure blah 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 blah. Oh, it's cut it off so you can't click on it. It's in the... I'll fix that for when we actually do it in anger. Can we talk about anything else, please? Yes, let's leave that where it was. Merlin, I quite like Merlin. I mean, these are just all the pilots' names, aren't they? I'm now ignoring you, Tommy, because we have to move on from this. The dad of the litter of our dog is Maverick, hence why it needs to be related to Top Gun. Can it all be like F-15? F-15, come get dinner. Human names can be good too. My neighbour's Shih Tzu is called Uncle. I do like human names for things. That's why I give all my fish human names like Gordon, Brian, etc. Mig, yeah, there's a good one. Oh dear, hang on. Oh dear. Kelly McGillis, yeah. Right, we have 11 people in for the Eliminator. But 11 people have stuck around for our boring politics chat. If I'll put it in one more time. If you want to be in for the Eliminator, this is where you can win a prize immediately. Immediately. Presentation view. There we go. Or you can scan it if you prefer to scan it. Hang on. Making sure we've got enough time for some of these. So these are the ones where sometimes you'll have to text answer, a number answer. I don't think there's any movie around ones this time. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, 16 players we're up to. And start countdown. Question 1. What's associated with the 5th of November in the UK? Is it dancing, singing, fireworks, or cauliflowers? Everyone thinks it's fireworks for some reason. It is indeed fireworks. So remember, they start off quite easy and get a little bit harder. Question 2. Which word is a synonym for big? Is it minuscule, large, tiny, or different? Mig is now being debated amongst the girls. Mig's a good one. What is the 5th of November? Well, you have to remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. It's the day we call it... What do we call it? Do we call it bonfire night or fireworks night? It's bonfire night, isn't it? It's a celebration of a failed attempt to... we're going to get political again. It's a celebration of a failed attempt to blow up our Houses of Parliament. So, our version of Tommy in the UK, back in the day, got loads of cases, got a team together and got loads of cases of gunpowder and hid them in tunnels underneath the Houses of Parliament and was going to set fire to them and blow up the Houses of Parliament. And this guy was called Guy Fawkes. So, Guy Fawkes night, bonfire night, it's all the same thing. But he got caught. Somebody dobbed him in. And he wasn't able to blow up them, so I don't know if it's a piss take or something that we now set up fireworks and bonfires to commemorate his uselessness. But so on the 5th of November we have bonfires and we do fireworks. There we go. That's my explanation. A synonym for big. 14 people thought large, 2 went for tiny. That would be an antonym. Because it is indeed large. So, we've still got Arnie, Shadow, Scat, Mal, Timbo, Zenny, Tash, Juggler, Stevie P, Skinzarno, Texas Tom, Gas Musk, Elaine, and False Inspector. We have lost... Who have we lost? June and Mona Lee. How did we lose you there? Question 3. Someone making good progress on a project is said to be cooking with what? type it in. What are they cooking with if they're making good progress on a project? Guy Fawkes Night, yes, I thought it would be. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. That's the one. Progress. Progress, progress. Someone that's doing well. You're cooking with something. Okay. I'm going to be reasonably pedantic here. So, well, I'll put this up for debate. The answer is gas. You're cooking with gas. 2 people have put cooking with fire. It's not really the answer. Are we allowing fire? Or are we sticking to gas? I have the opportunity to change it before I press another button. So, cooking with fire? It's really gas, because gas was meant to be more controllable than just a fire. You're cooking very well. Mandy has spoken, it's gas. Okay. Blame Mandy. All the answers. We had 10 gases, 2 fires. I did allow a gasoline, because it's gas, short for gas, and 1 grit. So we're going to go with gas. We've allowed gas. So we've lost a couple of people there, I think, leaving us only with Arnie, Shadow, Scat, Mal, Timbo, Zenny, Tash, Juggler, Stevie P, and Skins Arno, as we move into question number 4. What does the C stand for in Washington, D.C.? Another election-based question, sort of. Pardon me. Is it corporate, county, Columbia, or courthouse? What does the C stand for in Washington, D.C.? Oh, we've got 4 counties and 6 Columbias. It is indeed. Columbia. Is there a Washington AC? Alternate current? No, I don't think so. So, we're down to Scat, Mal, Zenny, Tash, Juggler, Stevie P. Question number 5. This is where they traditionally start to get harder. In cooking, what is TSP short for? You have to type this in so you get a little bit longer. What's TSP short for in cooking? I said a little bit harder. It's not that hard. Everyone's votes are in. They've all gone for teaspoon. And they are all correct. So easy to mistake a TSP for a TBSP. Same people in. We move into question number 6. Which planet spins clockwise in our solar system? Is it Mercury, Venus, Saturn, or Neptune? Which planet spins clockwise? Right. I think June might be right. We've got three Mercuries and a Neptune. The correct answer is Venus. So everyone's out. Everyone's out on question 6. So just for poops and giggles, we'll do question 7, 8, 9 and 10. Just put the letter of the correct answer. Cue the sad trombone. Apparently there's 2 planets that spin backwards. Venus and is it Uranus? I think both spin backwards. But out of that list, there's only Venus. Question 7. Who played President Josiah Jed Bartlett on the beloved television series The West Wing? Is it Michael Douglas, Robert Duvall, Donald Sutherland or Martin Sheen? Juggler's straight in there with D, Martin Sheen. Mandy just after him. Stevie P says C. It's Martin Sheen. It was D. Well done, Juggler. Pardon me. I just rewatched The West Wing not that long ago. Is this another 80s TV show? No. This is... When was The West Wing on? There's a question. It started in 1999 and went on for 7 seasons, so finished in 2006. I've also just started watching 24 again. That's how much I think of modern TV, that I've started watching all these old things over again. Right. Oh, balls. Have I deleted something? No, there we are. It's alright, don't panic everyone. Question 8. Let's get this in. The Dominican Republic and blank make up the island of Hispaniola in the Caribbean. Bermuda, Haiti, Jamaica, or she wanted to, Puerto Rico. "24" I've heard of. That was about the same time, I think. 24 and West Wing. ...2001 for 9 seasons. 24. Loved that show. I even had my phone ringtone set to the same as CTU. CTU, Almeida. Or CTU, Graham. We've had a B from Aquarium Delirium. Oh no, Juggler beat you with a B as well. Well, Mandy won with a B on my screen. It was indeed B. Haiti. I'm never quite sure how to say that. Haiti? 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 Haiti. Dunno. Question 9. Which 1980s John Hughes classic introduced the phrase "Eat my shorts" years before Bart Simpson popularised it? Was it 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Oh, Lisa was quick on that one with A, but wrong. Mandy got it with B. It was indeed The Breakfast Club. And the last question, Haiti. 1985 was the best movie year. It's not an 80s question. These are all classic films. If you haven't seen all of these films, you're missing out, regardless of what year they came out in. Question 10. Which classical composer's Ride of the Valkyries scores the iconic helicopter strike sequence in Apocalypse Now? Is it Gustav Mahler, Richard Wagner, Franz Liszt, or Johann Sebastian Bach? We've got Juggler with B, Mandy with D, June with the objection about the question, Scott and June with B. It was indeed B. Richard Wagner. The Ride of the Valkyries. Now that's a film. Apocalypse Now. Den dee dee den dan. Den dan dee dan dan. Do you know what, Scott? I did exactly the same thing there. I know what the Ride of the Valkyrie sounds like, and I still read that as dun 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 dun. Well, what do you think? I thought they were all gettable questions. I can't believe I got you all out with the what one did I get? The planet spinning one. So that should clearly have been question 10. But I thought they were all pretty gettable. No? What do we think? We have had a membership renewal within the stream, so you get an extra 5 minutes tonight. So while it's 22:47, we're going to run to 23:05. They were gettable. I thought that too. Right, but this will be your time. We're going to finish the evening off with my old classic favourite, Northern Monk Heathen Hazy IPA, 7.2%. I got an email, which I thought was all special just for me, from Northern Monk, inviting me to see in the new year with Northern Monk. Come and attend a party. And then I got to the end of the email, it was like, for only £40, and you can have 2 drinks. Well, thanks very much. Oh dear, what was that noise? Oh, Lisa has become a member too. Thank you very much. We're going on for another 10 minutes tonight. That's Lisa has been a member for 10 months. Wow. Thank you very much, Lisa. I must do more membership stuff. Here's a question to you. As members, I assume you are members of other channels who are a lot more professional than I am and do stuff for their members. What would you like to see from me? What would you like for your membership? Because all I offer is random postings of, oh look, there's a cat in my pond, or this thing happened today, every now and again. Unless you're a hero member and then you get a discount code for the website. That might be useful to you if you buy a lot of fish food. So what would you like to see from your members for being a member? They were all, if you know your questions, but they're all guessable. That's what I was going for. I was thinking about toning, because I've always thought, right, we need to make the Eliminator has to be hard, because I've promised a prize at the end of it for anyone that gets there, so I can't be sending out 40 things if everybody gets it. 40, as if 40 people played. What did we get, 18 people tonight? Can't be sending out 18 things, especially if they all live in Australia or America. But I'd like to make it a little bit easier and just send out nice, easy prizes like stickers, pens, badges, key rings, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's nice. So if you're watching from Northern Monk, I still, without sponsorship, are telling everyone how delicious, I can't smell anything, but how delicious your beer is. Heathen from Northern Monk. See, free advert. And I missed the very first question if I hadn't recently heard some UK folks talking about their dogs being scared of the fireworks. Yeah, I didn't think about that. God, I need to be more. I'm Mr. International. I need to be more international. They are not classic movies. The 30s and the 40s are classic movies. Okay, not classic in the terms of have to be 100 years old to be a classic. But I would say they're all classic movies. What one are we on about here? We're on about 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I would posit, if you haven't seen those films, there will be references in maybe not everyday life, but there'll be regular references in daily life that would go over your head. Like, there'll be certain phrases that you could use from each of those films. I'm just trying to think of that. I just remember going shopping with a friend many years ago, when he walked through M&S and put a bra on his head like that, "Ooh," and me going, "Ha ha ha." Now, I admit there was lots of people in that shop that were going, "It's very strange, what's going on there?" But if you'd seen Weird Science, you would have got that. Sort of the opposite of a sponsorship from the... Yeah, I know, I thought this is the time. They're recognising me and inviting me to an elite networking event. Oh no, you want me to pay for it. Brilliant. And I get 2 drinks for my £40. Brilliant. Well, that's nice. I think she'd do it just to get your foot in the door and then talk to some reps. I know, but as a proud Scotsman, I can't be giving up the one night we're allowed to get blootered and nobody say anything. I don't think I've got it in me. If I had a good idea, I'd do it myself. Yeah, that's where I'm lacking. That's why I need help from all you good people. You must see professional YouTubers out there doing good things. I could do that. I could fake that. What do I need to do? I don't know. Mal says, I have a strange dog. He likes fireworks. He stops and stares at them and carries on with a meh kind of grunt. Yeah, my old dog, my old boxer dog Floyd, she was like, fireworks, whatever. My 2 current dogs, one of them's a bit like, what the fuck's that? No. And the other one's a bit like, not sure I love it, but whatever, I need to pee. The other one's like, nope, not going out there. And when you do take them out at night time for their nightly pee, they will not pee any further than 18 inches away from my legs, just in case another one of those bastard fireworks goes off. So they're a little bit more, but they're shih tzus. They're going to be a bit shit. But I do feel sorry for not so much the dogs and stuff, because obviously people, if it's your pet, you can do things like keep the TV on loud and shut the curtains and do all that kind of stuff. But I feel a bit sorry for like horses in the fields, or owls, or hedgehogs, or foxes. They must be like, what the fuck is going on? It's like little Bosnia around here. Oh my god. They have no idea what's going on and can't really get away from it. Is Tommy still here? He's just lurking. Just lurking, that's alright. You can lurk. My husband won't watch Breakfast Club with me anymore because I literally quote the whole movie while it's playing. Yes. I mean, I have seen The Breakfast Club, but I don't know it well enough to quote it all. But maybe Ferris Bueller and Weird Science, I could probably quote most of the bits from that. Lisa says, I've got the odd free monthly membership. Occasionally, others I've seen have just posted photos, short bits of plans for the week, and mini vlogs. Mini vids. I could do that. I don't. I could do that though. My daughter does what quotes the whole thing. Yeah, I remember watching, what was it we were watching? It was, what's the one? Don't Put Baby in the Corner. Why can I not remember the film? I want to say Footloose or Flashdance, and I know it's not either of those things. Come on, help me out, someone. have to Google it. This is the extra stuff you're getting. Dirty Dancing. There we go. Yes, Scott. You got that first. I don't know if that's something you were really wanting to win. I remember watching that once when my wife's sister came to visit us once, and it just happened to be on in the background. They were like chatting away, going, "Oh, so what's going on at work? How's this going on?" And then blah, 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 and like every single line. I was like, "How can you hold a conversation and quote the entire film? What's going on here?" If we shoot mortars off, we have to put the terrier inside, or she will try and attack the tube as it explodes. As it explodes, not the brightest puppy. Wow. Why are you shooting mortars? I have to ask. Where do you live again? Oh, mortars for scaring birds. Yeah, question mark. The question mark there is important, I feel. Random fact that I know, the band that did Weird Science song had Danny Elfman in it, who also did Nightmare Before Christmas music. Ah, Weird Science. That's a minute. Oingo boingo. From my heart and from my hands, why don't people understand? That's the one. I love that. I love that film. I'm the right age for it. You've not seen Weird Science? There you go. Make some time to watch Weird Science. I bet you, once you've watched it, you'll be like, that's what that guy was going on about. Edward Scissorhands, that was just... I've watched Edward Scissorhands many times, and each time it's finished with me going, what? I just didn't get it. My dog couldn't give a shit about fireworks. Yeah, one of mine really could, and one's like, I'm mildly upset by this. But I just remember my old dog would be like, "Oh, look at that, bang, hey!" He literally didn't say that, but that's what she was like. Not fussed at all. Unboxings are popular. So I could do some unboxings as shorts. Put them out in the... okay. We quote Star Trek. Yeah, well, I guess we do that as well. Used to always say the answer to any question was make it so. Or if we were ready to go somewhere, everyone got seatbelts on? Yes. Okay, make it so. Oh, they're just big fireworks. Mortar fireworks, right? I get you. Like the big 1 foot tubes, 6 to 12 or more big shots in different colours. I get it. I can quote and reference loads of movies I've never actually... Yeah, I guess you get that now with the internet. Where I'm now old enough to have to do that every now and again. And young people are on a call with me and they say something, I'm like, I should know what that means. What does skibbity mean? No, that's not true. I'm not that old. Okay, I am that old. The funniest thing you can ever do in the world is take your kids to like a drive-through or something like that, and ask for like a Big Mac and just say, "Oh, can I have a Big Mac meal, please?" Totally skibbity. The look of horror that comes across their face. They will just scatter to the winds. Don't want to be seen anywhere near you. It's brilliant. Mortar tube. Okay. Pardon me. Sorry, I should be muting these horrific coughs. You get his unboxing vids on his OnlyFans. Boom, boom, psh. Oh no, I can do that. I need to get another channel. I can send myself things and unbox them. That's not a problem. Don't do the mortar thing again. Why would that be mortar? You don't do that to a mortar. I don't. That's tube. That's what I'm doing. It's tube. I had no reason to do that. What if Joey sent me something? I think the only thing Joey would send me would be pictures of him going like that to me. No, let's not. Let's all be adults here. We don't need to clip anything. There'll be no clipping tonight. Fragile must be Italian. Fragile. Stop. Stop what? Joey could send me a piranha head. That'd be nice by the time it got here. Well, you know, I could do what I did last year when I reached out to used my YouTube clout to reach out to all my YouTube contacts, asking me to send me pictures of their fish, and I got 0 responses. No, that's not true. I got 1 response from George Farmer saying, "Yeah, sure, I'll send you a picture." A month after I'd published the calendar. So yeah, I don't think I can rely on my YouTube clout. The only thing I can rely on is if I made a video about the King of DIY, he would get butthurt about it and phone me up. So that would be like my smoke signals for the King of DIY, is just to make a video going, "I don't like him, he sucks," and he'll be on the phone, "Graham, I thought we talked about this. No more making videos about me." Sorry. Last minute of shilling. If you're still here after all this nonsense, we even talked about politics tonight. No more of that. But if you're still here, there are some links down there. If I would be honoured if you would click one of them, because that would be nice. Fragile. It must be Italian. Christmas story. Right, I get you. Fragile. Sorry. I'm not that fast sometimes. How's the calendar coming along? Are you taking it day by day? Yes, so no calendar this year. I don't know if I just didn't give it enough time, but the idea this year was we would have drawings, so people submit drawings of fish, and we could have like proper art, actual art in the calendar. But I think I got like 4 or 5 submissions, and you know, we need at least 12, ideally more than 12. So it's not going to fly this year. So we'll maybe try a little bit earlier next year and try and do that next year, because the ones that we got were brilliant. They were great. Just not enough of them. I went over my head. Sorry. I do feel that we get to a certain point in the night where it's just dad jokes over and over again. But we have now reached the allotted time. Oh no, we have to do 10 minutes because we've got 2 members. We've got 5 more minutes. Any questions, anyone? If someone wants to pop along to Coldwater Aquatics and say, "Sorry, Graham was overrunning," but you could all have gone already. I don't know. I've lost that page. I don't know how many people are watching now. Let me click into the YouTube studio. Content. Live. Friday Night Live. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Bear with me, people. We'll get there in the end. Well, there's still at 30 people here. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, I've just been babbling away to myself for the last 10 minutes. Should do an advent calendar. You've reminded me. Daily December is making a comeback. I've not done it for like 6 years, so it's not like it's been a huge success. But my plan is to do a daily December, a video every day in December. This is purely a money-making scheme because the December rates are a little bit better on AdSense. So we're going to get as much as we can December and use all those daily videos to push the live streams, to get as many people as we can to the live streams, to get as many people as we can to donate and raise as much money as we can for whatever the causes are that we choose to donate to. So I think it'll be a fun challenge to try and make something that's mildly interesting every day in December. So we'll do Monday to Thursday videos, Friday live stream, so I get a break from making a video on a Friday. Still undecided as to whether to do Saturday or Sunday as well, but we'll see. Great Ocean has a question. What's on your fish wish list? Nothing at the moment. I'm fully stocked up on fish that I wish. The last fish that I had was... Am I? Yeah, I am. If you look at my channel, the last couple of videos were about the discus babies that were growing on. Discus are always going to be on the wish list. But I also got a baby emperor snakehead and some Kilberry bass, which are going to end up going to Megatank. So the bass was the one that were really on my wish list for a long time. I guess you could say I've still got stingrays on my wish list. I'm just not sure about them. Maybe when the Brian situation is resolved. So the Brian is a giant Grammy who he's like Schrodinger's cat. Whenever he's watched, he's the most gentle fish. Hello, I'm lovely, I've got a great personality, but seemingly when I turn my head and don't look, he's attacking everything. It's not true, but we've had a couple of fish deaths and Brian is the culprit. So I don't really want to spend 500 quid on a fish for Brian to go, I don't like you, die. So, who knows? Question, when was the last upload to your second channel? Oh, God. There's a question. It was a year ago. Was it a year ago? It was a behind the scenes video. Oh no, I've done some shorts and stuff in the last few months. Slanjavar. Cheers. So I do have a second channel, and it was mostly clips from the live stream. So if I was interviewing someone, it would be the interview. If it was the quiz, it was the quiz that I'd clip. And then I started making shorts from my videos and posting them on that channel. But yeah, I've not done it for a couple of months now. At least you're only shooting for mildly interesting. Yes, going for mediocre. Let's keep it mediocre if we can. Oh dear. Oh, kill me now. Okay, I'll aim for the stars. Now what's this? Shoot for the moon, and then if you fall short, you still get the stars. I don't know, something like that. Scott's going to the aquarium this weekend. I'm not going to stay long. There's something fishy about that place. That deserves. I need someone to send me snakeheads under the name Bicher, since they are not legal in Canada. Oh, that's a shame. They're really interesting fish as well. Why not try the 12 collabs of Christmas and reach out to big channels to stream with? Do you know what? That's not a bad idea. Yeah. I mean, and not necessarily big channels. We could do smaller channels as well. I find that smaller channels have more engaged audiences. So I try and join some channels live streams, but it's hard sometimes because I've got work, I've got family, I've got everything else going on. I literally use every spare minute that I've got in a week to either make my own video or do this live stream. Everything else is accounted for. But I try and drop in on other people's channels every now and again, and I see names that I don't recognise from channels that have way fewer subscribers than I do. And it just feels like the live stream community is thriving. There are people that show up and do their thing for all manner of small channels, and it feels like it's an untapped market to turn that into success. If you can keep people interested during a live stream, you're doing something right. And I don't like approaching bigger channels because it feels like, oh, please help me, and it's not what I want or feel like. So I might reach out to a few channels and get a few smaller channels as well, and a few the same size or whatever. I'm trying to make it not about the size of the channel, just more interesting stuff. My whole thing is, I'm a random guy that likes some things, does lots of things, and I film it when I do it. There are other channels that are like, right, I don't know, I'm into catfish and I know everything about catfish, and I only care about catfish. There's other channels like, I'm a big American cichlids, that's what I love, that's all I care about, that's what I'm going to do. So the more specialised channels, I like to hear from them, but I just don't think I do it as well as some people that already do it. So your Cam from the Fish Room, when they have their Thursday night, Friday morning one, where they get people on and talk to them about that, I think that's brilliant. And they have people, they've had me, so they've had small people like me, they've had big people, they've had industry experts, they've had all kinds of people on. I don't want to mess with that because they do that quite well. So I don't know. Question: how old were you before you realised you couldn't say Irish wristwatch? It's not happened yet. Irish wristwatch. I can say that. It's not purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Easy. I had a joke about a fish and a herb, but this is not the time or the place. Hang on, move my pint out of the way so we can get the... That's a good one. That's a good one to end on. We've gone over time, everyone. Thank you much for joining me. If you have any more ideas, stick them in the Discord, stick them in an email, whatever works. Daily December, the 12 collabs of Christmas. Brilliant ideas. Let's try them. But for now, I will bid you all farewell. Have a fantastic weekend. Jesus, I struggled with that, lol. Question from Mike. Close. Michael Oxlong. What's your question, Michael? Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. See you in the next one. Hope you have a fabulous weekend.